So today we're going to be talking about the air suspension in the WK2. These air pumps are located underneath the driver's side front wheel arch. That's the little compressor. There's also a big chamber cylinder that the air gets held in, which is underneath the back seats. This is not filled with normal air, it's filled with nitrogen. So we're going to show you how to, or run you through a bit of what's involved in changing these over and why you can't do this stuff at home. This Jeep that I'm standing in front of, you'll be able to see in a minute, the front left airbag has let go, and so it's walking around with a bit of a limp. Okay, so this is the air compressor that I was talking about that's located in the driver's side front wheel arch. When I say driver's side, I'm talking about right-hand drive vehicles, Australian market. You may find, if you've got a problem with your air suspension, that there's a warning on your dash that says air compressor overheat or air suspension overheat or something to that effect. Don't shotgun one of these. Usually what that means is you've got an air leak somewhere and this thing's just working overtime to try and keep the vehicle at the nominated ride height. So if you're getting overheat, don't just chuck a compressor in it. You need to find if there's a leak first. If there isn't a leak, then you can start looking at this. There's a little valve block that hangs off the side of this as well that has all the ports that runs the air to the various different struts. This is the air strut. This is the front left one. So obviously your air line goes in here to compress it. To pump it full of air. What you don't want to do is just pop that off. You'll release all the air. So you need a proper diagnostic scan tool. There'll be an option in the air suspension to deflate to atmosphere. You deflate it, replace your various components, and then you need a little valve and a gas bottle full of nitrogen to connect to the tank under the back seat and refill the system with nitrogen. You can't just fill it up with normal air. I suppose you could, but it's not supposed to. So this is something that needs to be done either by the dealership or if you've got a workshop that does have that fitting and the nitrogen, but this is not something that we would recommend you play around at home if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to refilling a nitrogen-filled air suspension system. All right, so we're squished into the back of the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Underneath the back seats, you fold the back seats down. This here is the chamber that holds all the nitrogen for the air suspension. On the end here, you can see a little, looks like an airline fitting. That's where you put your little valve to fill the system up if you've got it. And if you don't touch it.